Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about earthquakes and something that's going on here down in the South Sandwich Islands. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like this video if you like it, hit the notification bell, and please leave a comment. So a lot of us that watch the different things occurring on Earth, weather, earthquakes, volcanoes, have been kind of focusing on what's going on down here. You have all this kind of swarming, and actually, from what I've read, if I'm understanding this right, these are aftershocks from the big earthquake that happened down here recently. These are the South Sandwich Islands, and you have this kind of swarm of earthquakes that I don't know. They kind of range within about the 5.0 range. I think they've gotten up to like 6.0, but the average is probably about 5. What we're looking at right here is earthquakes that have happened within the last day. So there's been quite a few. Um, and then I want to compare that to like what a typical, even though I believe that these are aftershocks, I want to compare this and just kind of show you the difference between what's going on here and like what a earthquake swarm would look like if you've never really been on this tool and kind of if you've never really followed earthquakes. So from what I found, there's actually an earthquake swarm that's going on in Utah right now, kind of by Price. If you're familiar with Sunnyside, Utah, that's where this is occurring. And when you look at the size of these little earthquakes, they're much smaller, 1.7. Here's a large one, the largest it looks like of these ones, 2.1, 1.5, 1.2. So, really small. There's also another one going on up here in Idaho, in near Stanley, if you know that area. Looks like these are maybe a little bit bigger, 2.1, 1.9, 2.5. I'm going to switch over from the 1 day to 7 days, and you can see, get a better picture of what's going on here. And it looks like there's been a bunch more earthquakes about the same size, 2.1. So there's kind of like there's a swarm going on here. We can go to the 30-day, and you get an even clearer picture. So clearly this area right here in Idaho is swarming with all these little earthquakes. Let's go back down to Utah, back to Sunnyvale, or sorry, Sunnyside, and yeah, you see a ton more, and they're all pretty much the same size. Pay attention to the size of these circles, okay? So if we go back down here to the South Sandwich Islands, look at that. Look at all these big circles compared to the little ones up here. And let's go back in. So these are all substantially bigger than these other swarms that we were just looking at. I'm going to try and find just a small one. This one's pretty small. It's a it's a 4.9. That's one of the smaller ones. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. This one is, I don't know if that was the same one, 4.9, 4.7. Okay, so the lower range for these earthquakes are in the 4.7 to 9 region. Now, if you recall, if you've been watching other channels or watching the news, there was a really couple sizable earthquakes here. 7.5, and here it is, 8.1. And from what I'm reading, it's these two earthquakes that are causing all the aftershocks. Let's switch over here to what I found. So the first earthquake measured a magnitude of 7.5, was struck at 16:32 p.m. local time, but didn't cause any damage or casualties, along with the main shock, which was much stronger at magnitude 8.1 and occurred 3 minutes after the foreshock. A tsunami warning was issued by the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, but was later canceled for both events. The two quakes are considered an interplate event. Okay, now this is the interesting part right here. Look at this. The South Sandwich Islands main shock came just 2 weeks after a magnitude 8.2 earthquake. After a magnitude 8.2 earthquake struck the Alaskan Peninsula, which was the 7th largest earthquake in the U.S. and triggered a small tsunami. On March 4th that year, an 8.1 magnitude earthquake struck the Kermadec Islands, a sparsely populated territory owned by New Zealand. The clustering in time is unusual since earthquakes of magnitude 8 or higher occur only about once per year on average. There's no evidence of a causal relationship between these events, and 2021 has had the most magnitude 8 plus earthquakes in 1 year since 2007. So make of that what you will, but it's just another one of the strange things that's going on this year in 2021. It really feels like things are just, the signs of the times are accelerating, becoming more frequent, more intense. And, that's not even to speak of some of the other things that were going on. Because if you'll recall, around this same time, if we go back up here, go to the Caribbean. Here, actually, I'm gonna filter it by this 30 days significant worldwide. In Haiti, there was a 7.2 that struck, and it struck right here on land and caused a lot of damage. So there's just a lot of stuff going on. This is just the last 30 days. Over here, there was a 7.1 in the Philippines. What's this right here? 6.9 near the Solomon Islands. I don't know how you pronounce that. Vanuatu. So, I think it's important that we watch these things. Gosh, look at this. So again, we're looking at the 30 days significant worldwide, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this South Sandwich Islands region. Let's just look at them really quick. 6.3, 7.1, 6.8, 6.9. Here's the 8.1 and 7.5. Wow. Wow. So anyway, if you weren't aware of what's going on down here, yeah, there's just lots of earthquakes that are still ongoing. Everything that you see in the orange, that's within the last day. Yellow is within the last week, and then white is within the last 30 days. And if there were any that were within the last hour, it would show up as red. But it's clear that this region is still really, really active. This is just a ton of sizable earthquakes that are going on down here. And you can see this, plate boundary. So clearly something is going on with that. Yeah, and for now that's pretty much it. So let's just always be prepared. You never know when disaster is going to strike near you, so make sure you have food storage. Make sure that you have emergency supplies. Make sure that you're right with the Lord, paying tithing, all those things. Because we're heading into just even more turbulent times, I think. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, please make sure to like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Make sure to leave a comment and let me know what you think. And I'll talk to you next time.